Blog Talk Radio.
Goldilocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Strap yourself in because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Host this evening. I'd like to welcome a very special guest today. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Her name is Joanne Leo, Psychic Joanne Leo. She's a wonderful reader, probably the best reader I think I've ever met. She does all kinds of different modalities in one reading, so it's really quite unique. She is a blockbuster personality. Joanne was a six-figure corporate exec, and she's a frequent radio guest on Blog Talk and has been on my previous shows. She's wonderful. This is a new show for me here on Blog Talk on Goldilocks Production, and she graciously agreed to come on today. Joanne does readings from the heart and tarot with a twist. She is also specializing in psychic numerology, which she is fabulous at. So I'd want to let you know I have callers queuing up already in anticipation of speaking with Joanne. So when she is ready, we're going to bring Joanne on, and I so look forward to tonight. You're going to have a great time, and so am I. Thanks. We'll bring Joanne on.
I'm here.
Hi, Joanne. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I was just listing your many attributes about readings with a heart and tarot with a twist and your psychic numerology. We already have callers queuing up, so they're very excited to listen to you tonight. I was going to say see you, but to listen to you tonight. So I hope you're ready. And is there anything that you'd like to talk about how you do your readings?
Well, the name on your birth certificate is how you're registered in heaven. And about 10 years ago, my gift changed because I have my master's in numerology, and my spirit guide kind of took it over. And so now I channel in the information that comes straight from heaven. And your birth date is a predictor, so I get a lot of information on what's going on in the here and the now just by your birth date. And my shooter cards touch every area of your life, so it's very specific. And usually I'll say to them, hold your questions to the end. And usually by the time I get to the end of the cards, there's no questions left. So I'm thrilled that I am a Schuster reader. There's very few, I think, in the United States at this point. They're from the 1980s. And so they're kind of like a lost deck. That's why I call it tarot with a twist, because they're read astrologically, psychically, and numerically.
Wow. Well, I have seen them, and they're quite unique. I have never seen them before. I like the way they deliver the message. And also I let me point out that we enjoyed your company very much at Sarasota Center of Light last week. We had several guests. That place was packed. Everyone enjoyed meeting you and getting readings. You read the whole place, 45 people. It was fabulous, and they're still talking about it. So I just wanted to point that out. Thank you so much for being such a great guest. And as usual, you always bring something remarkable through. You let me know when you are ready. We have several callers queued up, so I know you like to get right at it. So if you're comfortable, I will bring on the first caller.
That sounds great. I just want their first name and the birth date, and if there's a specific question, I'll try to zero in on that too.
Okay. We have the first caller is area code 515.
Hi, this is Jennifer. Thanks for taking my call.
Hi, Jennifer. Joanne is going to need your initials on your birth certificate and your date of birth. So if you could give us those. And where are you calling from?
Iowa. It's JJB 8576.
I'm sorry, Jen, say that one more time. What's your initial?
JJB.
Okay. And what's your birth date, hon?
8/5/1976.
Okie dokie.
And if you could pick up on anything with love and relationships, that would be awesome.
Well, a couple of things I want to say to you, too, sweetheart. This is, if you could visualize a big scale, you know, how it's just tall and then it has the two pans on each side. It's all about balance you this year. And I want you to really kind of really think about what you deserve and have a non-negotiable list. That's what I would love for you to do, because this is a year about you getting what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I know that you probably have had, I like to call them our little lessons in life or whatever, but you should be real clear on what you don't want. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I want you to get clear on what it is that you feel would be healthy for you. So I like to look at the scale, you know, when I look and get into your energy, is what's good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. And I want you to, it's very powerful when you put it on paper, because there's a tremendous connection from your hand to your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I was going through a non-negotiable list right off the top of, because I've had, you know, my fair share of boo-boos, okay? I know that I certainly couldn't be a rehab center anymore to anybody that's got an alcohol or a drug problem. That's not going to be in my bailiwick. It has to be somebody who's respectful, who's trustworthy, somebody who has a sense of humor but not goofy. So don't be afraid about being too specific, okay?
Okay.
So let me see. I'm going to get through to, let's see. Have you got anything legal coming up this year, or are you working on anything legal or contracts or anything?
I just finished up one. I'm ready to start another.
Okay, because I have two this year.
And there's a work thing.
Okay, there's two legal things. And I do feel like resolution or coming to an agreement of some sort, both of them are, or by the time that it's all said and done. But I feel like when you get through July, August, and September, it's like, woo, it's like, okay, now it's free sailing, okay? So I'm really excited about October, November, December with you. I want you to, this is your new word for this year, discerning. You ready? Discerning. What do I deserve? And be discerning. That's what I want you to focus on this year.
Great. Thank you, Joanne, for that. Thank you, Jennifer, for calling in. Appreciate you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. We have another caller waiting. Her name is Amla, A-M-L-A, area code 860 from Connecticut. Amla, are you there?
Yes, how you doing? My name's Amla. Nice to meet you.
Amla, okay. I'm from New York and New Jersey, so forgive me. I got it. Give your initials and your birth certificate initials and your date of birth for Joanne, please.
Sure. It's A.M. and my date of birth is 12/16/73. I just turned.
Okay.
You had a birthday. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now we've got. Well, this is all about you laying the groundwork this year, focusing on really, truly, whether it's a work situation or with your home situation. It's like, you know, really getting down to making the changes necessary. Are you planning on moving?
No, not as of yet, but I'd love to get married, so maybe that's why I'd be moving. I don't know.
Okay. Are you in a relationship now?
No, I'm not. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Did you just hear my other call that I had with the gal, Jennifer? Okay.
Yep.
So, you know, that's really kind of where I want to lead you to, is that a lot of times we'll meet somebody and we've got rose-colored glasses on. because we want to be loved. We want to have a great relationship. Okay. And without a non-negotiable list, honey, it's real hard because then sooner or later we don't have a big, clear picture. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
So your initials are A and M like Mary, correct?
A as in apple, M Mary. Yep, exactly.
Okay. So, you know what I love about you is you've got a pretty great personality, but you're very strong, and you really like things that are really kind of straightforward. Am I correct?
That's absolutely correct. Yes.
Yeah, that's why you love my readings, because I'm a straight shooter, honey. Okay. But I do really feel like there's an activity coming up. It's like I want to say April, May, and June, which could really set your world on fire here. But like I said earlier to Jen, let's get clear on what you don't want so that you get what you do want. Am I making myself clear?
Yeah, it does, and it's actually interesting because it goes with work too. I plan to have my book out this year too, and that's actually the months that I was planning on having it out. So totally, it's all going to come together. I know this year, it's all going to come together.
That's great. Now there's also October, November, December. It's that you're going to have to really kind of weigh out what I was telling Jen too. It's going to be decision-making time, October, November, and December. So, and so I feel that has to do with either work or home kind of thing, a direction that you're going to take, that you really need to make some healthy decisions for yourself. Does that make sense?
Oh, I am open to it. Yeah, definitely. I will definitely keep that in mind with October, November, December. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
And this is all about your work too. So,
excellent.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amla. Thank you. I hope you had a good reading.
All right. Take good care.
Thank you. Joanne, can you give our listeners your contact information, how you want them to reach you for more in-depth readings?
Sure. They can always reach me by phone, which is 727-743-3400, or they can email me at psychic, and it's Joanne, Joanne, Leo, at gmail.com. And I also have a webpage, which is psychicjoanneleo.com.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for pointing that out. You let me know if you're ready for another caller. I have one waiting for you.
I got my paper and pen in hand.
Okay, great. We have a caller from area code 559.
Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
Yes. My initials are MR, and my birthday is 11/21/1978.
Okay. Well, what's your first name?
Marissa.
Marissa.
Yes.
Do you follow your gut feelings or your little woman's intuition here?
Yes, I try. Yes.
Well, the reason I'm saying that is because it's in your birth date, and it's a gift from God. So if you use it to your benefit, it works really good. And I'm sure you have ignored your either first impression or your gut feeling, and you made boo-boos. So my advice to you is pay attention.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, you earned it from a previous lifetime, so you don't want to turn it to impatience. That's what happens to the gift if you don't use it. You just become impatient. Okay?
Mhm.
So, let's see. This is a great year for you to move and grow. I feel like it's a prosperous year for you in any direction or where your goals are. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I do feel that there's a work situation where you're really going to have to really put the pedal to the metal. Okay?
Okay.
Are you currently in a relationship?
No, I want to be in a relationship.
Well, I feel that there's one coming, and I want to say that it's probably going to be the second half of the year,
Okay.
July onward. because you've got some goals to set here. You, if you've been listening, I gave some really great wisdom to what do you deserve, and definitely getting your pen and pencil or paper and write down on your non-negotiable list so that you're very clear. And the rose-colored glasses stay in the drawer.
Okay.
You got that? But I do feel like this is a good year for if you want to strive for a promotion or more money. I say go for it.
Awesome. Sounds great.
All right.
Very good. Thank you, Marissa, for calling in.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
Good luck. Thank you. We have another person from area code 216.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call.
Oh, you're welcome. What's your name?
My name is Sharon, and my initials is S, L as in Louise, and then P as in Paul.
Okay. And what's your birthday, hon?
September 1st, 1965. And thank you.
You're a little sensitive, strong soul. That's what you are. You're a dichotomy. You're very,
right.
very
sensitive and strong. You're right.
I know. Honey, you can't get away from me. You just can't. So I think it's kind of really interesting here. It's kind of like this is a year for you to kind of put things in order or to set your priorities, okay? And I want you to focus on the positive. What is it that you truly would like to tweak or would you like to manifest? I like that word, manifest. It's great.
Okay.
This would be an excellent year for you to do that if you're going to work on retooling yourself. I'm a life coach too, so I always love to empower people. And the one and only reason that it doesn't work is when we get in the way of it with doubt or fear or guilt. Those three things are cripplers: doubt, fear, and guilt. Okay? So we need to remove that or work through that, okay?
Okay.
And then also, too, I really feel like, and I know why you're sensitive because you were a healer in a past life. So the care, it comes through with a very caring person. It's just that you can't fix everybody, honey. So give that job up, okay?
Okay.
They're going to come to you like you got a flashing neon sign on your forehead. Here, come to me. I'll fix it. I'll help you. Let me do something. And fixers always wind up victims, honey. So I would give your advice. I would give suggestions, and then I take my hands off and say, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Great.
It's not like you would not be supportive. It's just that you would be giving them so that they can take the ball and run with it, okay?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I do feel like changes are coming this year, and I think you need to weigh them out, and I think you need to follow the advice I gave about getting in the mindset, good for me, not good for me. Healthy for me, not healthy for me. It's got nothing to do with the word selfish, which I absolutely think needs to be removed from the vocabulary. Okay?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Okay, so your affirmation would be, I deserve the highest, the finest, and the best.
It's funny. I changed careers at the end of last year, and I'm still training in it, and I love it. But you are right about the message that you gave. Do you feel me?
Okay.
Do you see stability in that this year, my career?
Yes, because you know what this is? You're all about you of figuring out
I know what
you want, where you're going, and how you're going to get there.
Okay.
Thank you, Sharon. I hope you enjoyed your reading tonight.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Our next caller is Kimberly in Georgia. Her area code is 256.
Hello, how are you? My initials are KF, and my birthday is November 5th, 1970.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, do you follow your gut intuition here?
Yes, I do.
All the time?
Not all the time, no.
And when you haven't, you've made boo-boos, correct?
Yes.
I know. That's the lesson, darling. You don't like to be told what to do, how to do it, where to do it, or when to do it.
You are
right?
correct.
And emotionally, darling, you hold your emotions to yourself because you're so worried about, maybe voicing your true opinion, or when your feelings are hurt, you keep it to yourself. That's not good because you're going to wind up with stomach problems or ulcers.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
You have to be careful with any kind of medication. In other words, you might buy something at the health food store and it says take 2, you take 1. Okay? It's the same thing with alcohol, too. You've got to have balance there because it's a carryover from a previous lifetime. Okay?
Okay. I don't even drink alcohol like that, so.
So that's
I
a good thing because it would not be to your benefit anyway with your numbers anyway.
Right.
And you're pretty down to earth, but I would really like you to, when it comes to emotions or your feelings, I'd like you to start learning to use the I statement because, and Carolan knows what I'm talking about because I hit on this a lot the other night. When you said that, I was hurt, or when that happened, I was embarrassed. There's no fight here, so you don't have to worry about hurting anybody else's feelings. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I feel like there's something that's coming about for you on either with a raise or with something to do with the work situation. April, May, and June. Are you due for an appraisal or a one-on-one?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel that that'll be good for you. Emotionally, July, August, and September, you're going to have to wait some things out here. But I do feel like the previous 18 months have not been your easiest rodeo. Is that true? The last year and a half?
Yes, it's been very challenging.
Okay, so what I want you to do is step outside of that and say, what did I learn from those 18 months so that you can move forward more stronger and more powerful. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because you're in a brand new cycle now. So I know those 18 months, and we all go through it. It's a hard, in many different areas of our life, of how to show ourselves and change. But it's not always easy. A lot of things can go on with relationships, with work situations, with living situations. But there's always a great lesson to come out of if you just step out of the circle to look at it. Okay?
Okay.
But I do feel by year end, I really feel like things are going to really work out to your benefit. More stable, more security for you, and getting clear on what you do want.
Okay.
All righty?
That's great.
All
Thank
right.
you for calling in,
Thank
Kimberly.
you.
I hope you enjoyed your reading.
I did. Thank you.
You're welcome. How you doing, Joanne?
I'm doing good.
Okay. We have another caller, area code 347.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. What's your name?
My name is Malvina. My initials are MY, and my date of birth is 5/15/83.
Okay. Well, this is kind of the year where your middle name needs to become flexible. It's kind of like you just have to kind of roll with the flow sometimes, or you're going to have to make quick decisions. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are you going through, or do you plan on anything doing with the legal situation, like April, May, and June, or buying something with a contract?
I renew my lease at the end of April.
Okay. are you making a decision if you're going to stay or go or what?
I mean, I believe I'm staying. I don't have any other option right now to leave, so
okay.
I'm happy in my home.
Okay, good. All right. Well, it's just showing here that you're going to have to sign something or decision making here, which is April, May, and June. Okay. But I do feel like you're hitting a real great stride in the last 6 months too. I really feel like there's more joy and happiness around you, some opportunities coming your way. I do feel like there's either, if you're looking for a different position or to get promoted to a different position, you're in a good spot to do that. Okay. Keep your nose to the grindstone. Do what what you need to do, because I do feel like you're going to be in the spotlight to get what you desire here.
Wonderful. I've been trying. I've really been trying.
Well, don't be afraid to ask for what you want.
Definitely.
Okay.
Do you see any relationships coming up?
Well, this has been a good year this year. But, being a life coach, when people say that to me, I go, well, yeah, there's the potential for a relationship, but do you know what you really want, and do you know what will make you happy, and do you know the kind of person you want, and have you got your list of what you deserve, so that when you meet somebody, you're just not goo-goo gaga with your rose-colored glasses on.
Right.
Because we all go through, different situations, and sometimes they're hurtful situations, but there's always a great lesson to learn at the end of that chapter of the book of life.
Mm-hmm.
And I would encourage you to get clear on what would be a healthy, good relationship for you, so that you make the right choice.
Okay.
But you're in a great year, so just be spontaneous, flexible.
Okay, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lavina. I hope you enjoyed your reading.
Yes, I did. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good luck to you. And how you doing there, Joanne? You ready for another one?
I told you this is like vitamins for me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm ready.
I know,
ready.
It's like rocket fuel. You just keep going like the Energizer Bunny.
I know. Well, we
have a lovely caller from area code 760.
Well, hello.
Hi. What's your name?
It's Georgette, and the initials are G.S. as in Sam, and the birth date is 7/17.
Okay. What's the year?
1958.
58. Okay.
Bear with me a second.
Okay, no problem.
Let's see. We got a. Well, I'd say right now this is kind of like these first 3 months here is kind of like you're sensitive, maybe going through some emotional stuff. Is that about right?
Security stuff.
Yes. Well, that could be emotional too, right? We kind of lay things out, and we kind of,
Correct.
And if you heard earlier too, just try to stay out of fear. Fear kind of gets us stuck, and then we can't see clearly. We can't balance things out. Here's what I would love for you to do, Georgia, because you're the kind of gal that lives in your head a lot. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And so you can bounce back and you can get into procrastination. You don't want to do that. Okay?
Yeah.
So I would encourage you that when you have to weigh things out or a different situation or a decision to make, get out a piece of paper. This works perfect for people with your kind of energy. Is you just draw a line down the middle of the paper, and you draw a line across the top, and you put pros on the left side and cons on the right. And you just start listing it, because if you just stick to your head, you're going to focus on the cons, and you're going to go back and forth with the pros, and you're going to just go back and forth and back and forth. Does that make sense?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Now, would you say that you're very particular or very picky?
I am pretty particular.
Yeah. Well, that's because you can't help it, honey. It's in your birth chart. It's in your name and it's in your birth chart. But I think you're too hard on yourself in a lot of respects. You expect perfection, and there ain't no such animal. I haven't seen it in 40 years of doing readings. So I think you just need to know that there's nothing perfect, and look, I guess the affirmation would be is I expect the highest, the finest, and the best. No perfect in that.
I do know that. Yes, I do know that.
That's good. Okay, so I do feel kind of like, remember, I don't know if you heard in the last call, you're in this cycle for well, now you've probably got another year to go of weighing things out. It's kind of like, it's almost like going up into an attic, and you open up the door and you go, oh, my God, I can't believe I put all this stuff up here. There's people, places, and things. And this is going to be challenging from the standpoint, is that a keeper? Is that something I need to get rid of? Or is that something I definitely need to think about? People, places, and things. So it's kind of like a purging, cleansing, decluttering of things that don't serve you well. Okay?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so
I'm in the process of doing that.
So I'm just telling you, you've got one more year to go, and then you're going to just absolutely, let's see, your birthday's in July, and I'm trying to give you some timing here. So bear with me a minute while I try to figure this out here.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to do this in my head while I'm talking to you. I would venture to say that we've got to get through to January of next year. Okay? That'll kind of do your 18 months worth of time here to sort things through. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
And
I've been dealing with this for a while.
By February of 2020, you're going to feel like you got rocket fuel, okay? Because you've done all your purging. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. I leave you with that, darling.
So it's in 2020 then.
Well, I think that things are going to be more clear to you if you could get yourself out of procrastination and being so dang hard on yourself, okay? Rome wasn't built in a day, dear. Right?
Right. Yes.
Okay. And just remember my parting words. Yeah, just remember my parting words. Nothing's perfect. There is nothing perfect. I haven't seen it yet. There's no perfect mother, father, sister, brother, marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, you name it. There ain't a kid, your kid. Nothing's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're looking at that 7 and thinking it's all about perfection with me, but actually it's a lot about spirituality. So, but I do appreciate the warning.
It's not your spirituality. It's like a big scale of different parts of your life. So spirituality is definitely on a foundation level, but it's all the other stuff that's on top of it.
Gotcha.
Great. Okay. Thank you, Georgette. I hope you enjoyed your reading.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. We have area code 856, who is Laura from New Jersey. Laura, you there?
Yes, hi.
Hi, where in New Jersey are you from?
I'm down around the Cherry Hill area.
Oh, okay. I lived in South Plainfield in Middlesex County for 10 years or so. I enjoyed it. That's great. Great to hear from somebody in New Jersey. What are your initials and your date of birth?
10-1-63, and my initials are LD.
All righty.
Okay, so we've got 11-2. You know, this is another girl that needs to be flexible this year. That needs to become your middle name. So kind of like things are going to come up unexpectedly, or things that you're going to be put, like, to make a decision, like now, you know, or different things will come up on the spur of the moment kind of stuff. So I know that sometimes you like to be the planner, correct?
Yes.
I know. I'm looking right at it. But you also have a great sense of humor, so you can laugh through it. You know what I'm saying? You're very strong. You're very smart. I'd say you've got that survivor mode. I wouldn't say you've always had the easiest rodeo. Is that true, Laura?
What did you just say? I didn't catch that.
I would say that you haven't had always the easiest rodeo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Absolutely true.
But you are very strong and you've weathered through it. I would say to you, step outside of the circle. You know, a lot of times in life we're right in the middle of it. If we step outside the circle, you'll get a different perspective on things rather than it's this way or that way. Do you understand? Sometimes there's always the middle to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have decisions or something to weigh out April, May, and June. This could be on a relationship basis. This could be in a work situation. But I do feel that when you get into the summer, things will all work out to being a very pleasant outcome. Okay? And definitely success by October, November, December. So if it's something that you're working towards to build or get a raise or to move into a different position, great, or investments, October, November, and December looks very good.
Well, I'm trying to I want to buy a home. So
well, you can. There's a contract or a legal situation, like I said, April, May, and June decisions, weighing things out.
Is it possible that I'm going to be offered a permanent position because I'm on a contract right now? So maybe that's what you're picking up.
I'd say that good news will come in that 6-month period I gave you from July through December.
Okay.
Now, there may be a contract with your job in that April, May, and June, too, because it's legal for me here. So buying a house or signing a contract for a permanent position would hit into that particular grouping of April, May, and June.
I wonder if it's with this contract, though, or if it's a different job altogether with a different company.
Hold on a second. I think it's going to be a different job.
Okay.
Sounds exciting. Laura, sounds exciting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed your reading today.
I did. Thank you.
You're welcome. For our listeners, I just want to repeat Joanne's contact information. If you would like a more in-depth reading, it's absolutely amazing and astounding. Psychic Joanne Leo. Joanne is 2 N's. PsychicJoanneLeo.com. That is her website. You can reach her by phone, 727 area code 743-3400. I'm letting her take a breath at the moment. I have one more caller at the moment from New York, and I'm thrilled to talk to them. Our caller is from area code 914.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Hi, what's your name, dear?
My name is Christine.
And what are your initials?
My initials are CJS, as in Sam.
Okay.
And my birthday is 1/6/1986.
Okay. Well, you are in. What's been going on with you for the last year and a half has not been your easy rodeo, right?
No, it hasn't.
I know, but you're on a brand new cycle that's going to really start kicking off. I really want to say give yourself a breather here. Hold on a second. 3, 1, 8, 9, and a 4. Bear with me a second. Okay. I would say that the from January through June, it's really kind of like you really kind of need to do some reflection. What, this last year and a half, in the different compartments of your life. What did you learn? What was good for you, not good for you, healthy for you, not healthy for you, and taking the ball and running with it now. Does that make sense? And I really feel like you're making some significant changes. A lot of times when we go through this 18-month cycle, sometimes we'll change jobs. Relationships will definitely come to a head of either working through it or walking away or deciding if it's healthy or not healthy. It could be friendships. It could be where I live and things like that. So not necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of like a rebalance thing. Emotionally, a lot of times it's not an easy path, so to speak. But I do feel like by the time you hit fall, October, November, and December, I really feel like you're going to have the stability that you truly, truly want.
Okay. Well, I was calling because I wanted to ask about my next job. I'm trying to switch jobs, and I'm also trying to move, possibly. I'm not sure if I should move, but it's getting to the point where I can't really afford where I'm staying, so I'm looking for a new job. So I'm just wondering if you could pick up anything in terms of what I should do.
Yes, I feel like by April, we'll be making more money than you're making now. So, yes, there is a potential for a new job. Let me see. Hold on a second. I'm using my St. Michael pendulum, which is absolutely awesome. So, hold on. It's going to be by the end of March, starting end of March, April, May, and June will be a new job. And I do feel that that's when after you get that new job, is you're going to decide where you want to live, because you might want to live closer to where you're going to work.
Right, exactly. That's exactly.
That's exactly what I got, darling. And I really feel like you're going to really feel more balanced, like I said to you, and much more grounded by fall. So you've got some exciting things to make here. I would suggest you get your resume together and get a positive attitude, no negativity, okay? And sky's the limit that needs to be on your refrigerator.
Okay.
All right?
I was just about to ask you if there's anything I should do to make it come faster or to, speed up the process, but you just said it.
Exactly. Well, God's time and our time are two different things, honey.
Yeah. I'm just worried about the place that I'm living. I guess that's where the stress is coming from, because I'm struggling to keep up with the rent, and I'm not sure if I should move, very soon, or if I should wait until I get a new job and stay.
Well, you have a different option here. It's either, and I don't know if this is even possible, if you have to get a part-time job, or, you might have to do two moves. Because I'm feeling like when you get this other job, you may want to move again.
Okay.
Great. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Christine.
Thank you very much. I really
appreciate it. You're welcome.
It.
Good luck to you. Joanne, we have so many callers queued up that we will not get through them all. But I just want to let you know that Psychic Joanne Leo will be back on the show. She's going to be a frequent guest because she's fabulous, and we just love her. That's one thing she's on. She's a guest on so many different shows on Goldilocks Productions and Blog Talk. Jimmy Mack Show, you can catch her as well. She does that. How often are you on Jimmy Mack Show, Joanne?
Well, definitely at least once a month. Sometimes more than once a month, but usually I think it's like the day of the month, I believe I'm on Jimmy's show, yeah. Okay.
What are the most frequent questions that you get? Would you say it's job, career, love? What's the top one? Love?
I would say love. I'd like to do relationships. In other words, if they're in a relationship, I'll usually ask for the person's name and their birth date and see how it fits in with what's going on there and what I pick up. And
You have an array of different and unique readings here. You have the 5 heart, you have a 3 heart, you have a 1 heart, life coaching, EFT classes. What's the EFT classes, Joanne?
Well, I do EFT healing, teach classes, and I do work with clients on a one-on-one basis. It's emotional technique, and it's usually, and it's endorsed also by the American Psychological Association. It works very well with anxiety. It works great with poor self-esteem, abandonment issues, PSTD. But usually you have to work with a coach or a trained person. People can tap on their own. It's tapping. But usually working with that third party to get to the core is where I've had some tremendous successes with people, with grief, with anxieties, with abandonment issues. It's very powerful.
That's great. That is really great. We have several people in the queue. We'll take one more, and I want to talk to you about a couple of little things that are coming up and more about your philosophy. And maybe I'll get a reading, too. Who knows? We have area code 267, Donna from Pennsylvania.
Oh, hello. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
My birth date is 4/21/62, and my initials are DG.
Okay. And let's see. Well, you two, this is amazing how it goes in clumps, Carolan, and experienced it when I read 45 people the other night. It was amazing. And how the souls kind of clump together, even if it's a radio show. So your last 18 months have not been an easy rodeo for you, correct?
Correct.
So, you probably listened a little bit to the show tonight, I would assume, and I would encourage you to reflect on what lessons did you learn in the last 18 months so that you can grow from it, not get stuck in it.
Right.
But how you can lift yourself up and how you can actually run forward. Do you understand?
Yes, I'm starting to do that, yeah.
So here's the little secret to it. I always tell people, let's go to the people, places, and things in the last 18 months. What did I learn? And you can actually put it on paper so that it gets real clear in your mind's eye of how you need to grow from that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Opportunity for you to make more money or invest money or something to reap the rewards of things that you're planning on doing now. Now's the time for you to really set your goals. January, February, and March, okay? And if there's something with a job opportunity or a financial opportunity, I want you to go for it in April, May, and June.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean lending money to anybody, okay? So if anybody asks you for money, the answer is no. No.
Right. Okay.
You do understand that, right, Donna?
Yeah, I was just going to reiterate the N or the O. That's what I always say. What don't you get, the N or the O? Because you will not get the money back. Do you understand? So I don't care.
Right.
There's no.
Okay.
So, okay. Like, even if it's the co-sign for a loan or...
You don't sign for anybody other than yourself.
Right.
That's one. No
Good
co-signing, no lending money, no.
Right.
The answer is...
Okay.
I think the answer is no, Donna.
Right. Yes, no.
You're a soft touch, son, and I hope you enjoyed your reading with Joanne tonight.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Joanne, thank you. I'm sure we're going to have a few people still calling in. We have so many, it's crazy. But once again, you can catch Joanne on my show in the Psychic Flow again. She will be a guest again shortly. Joanne, you read a book called The Game of Life that you credit to changing your life. Can you talk about that a little bit? Would that be recommended reading?
Absolutely. The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. I am a Shinn baby, and I'm sure that there are people out there that have heard of Louise Hay. Louise Hay and I studied Shinn at the same time 40-something years ago. Louise Hay was much older than me, so she took it out into the world and embellished it, and God knows, we all know how wonderful Louise Hay is. I work with her material. Part of my life coaching, they're definitely studying the book. They have to do chapter notes. I don't do life coaching unless they want to really do the work, because it's about retooling. It's about empowering oneself. It's getting rid of the garbage. It's getting to the truth of who you are and what you want to be. And I like to facilitate myself that I'm a great cheerleader. But I'm also, you know me, I'm a straight shooter, Carolan, and I never ask anybody to do what I haven't done myself as far as studying and applying. And that's the secret, is applying the wisdom. So that's where I start, is with the Game of Life and How to Play It. And then I get into a lot of Louise Hay modalities and one-on-one. And if I have to do the EFT with them to help them grow, I do that as well. So life coaching is a different ballgame than reading cards and doing my psychic numerology. Although it's all incorporated, I do marry those all together.
Mm-hmm. Well, you did a fabulous reading for me and life coaching for me. Really changed my life. What can you tell me about what's coming up for me in the psychic flow or whatever? Do you want my initials?
I happen to know your birthday.
Yeah.
Because it's the same as my daughter. So.
Oh, okay. My initials are CAC.
CAC. Well, see, you're a natural-born communicator. You're a writer. You're a speaker. You really need to embellish on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I do know that you also, too, are writing a book.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to get busy and finish it is what you need to do. Okay?
Yes.
As far as this year goes, it's all about communication, your sense of humor, having more fun. Well, I know that you retired this last year, so this is a time for Carolan and for you to also just kind of enjoy yourself, do things that you always said I was going to do. We'll just do it. I feel like this is nothing but a much lighter experience for you, and really for you to kind of really shine. It's all about communication. It's all about your writing that you're doing blog talks now, because it's all in your numbers. It truly, truly is there.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. I just like the people to know that I go under the gun with you, too. Oh, here we have one more brief one. Guess who this is from? You'll never guess. Initials TMW.
MW?
T as in Thomas, M as in Marie, W as in Walter.
Okay, TMW.
12/29/66. We have about 6 minutes left, so she's slipping in here. I think you know who it is, but it doesn't matter. I guess we'll give her one because she's such a good sport.
This is a success year. This is time to break out and do your thing. That's what. Let's see here. 8, 13. Definitely getting busy doing the work that they're supposed to be doing. Does that make sense?
I think so. I wonder. Yeah. Okay. She says yes.
Okay. Also, too, it's got to do with I don't know, some spiritual understanding, some spiritual work, some doing something that is going to bring more balance to her. There's also a situation coming up in April, May, or June that she really needs to call it like it is. I like to use the umpire in the baseball game. You know, it's a ball, it's a strike, it's a single, a double, a triple. See it for what it is. Make the right decision. Okay?
Okay. I think, well, she took all of that, so that's fabulous.
Yeah, and there's a trip coming up in the summer, too.
Okay. Wonderful. That's good news, something to look forward to. She said, thanks so much. What's coming up for you, Joanne? We have a couple of minutes left. What's coming up? Where are you going to be? What are you doing? Where can people find you?
Well, first of all, I work by appointment only because I work on a one-on-one basis. Thing to do to get into the calendar, which is 727-743-3400. It's Joanne, JOANNE, so it's PsychicJoanneLeo.com. It's my webpage, or they can get me at PsychicJoanneLeo@gmail.com. I'm going to be on your radio show, I think, coming up in a little bit. I'm going to be on Jimmy Max, I think, in another week or two. And as far as I'm going to be doing, I don't know if I'm going to do Naples, but I know that I'm going to be in Sarasota in June, and I think I have something coming up with you maybe in the next couple months.
Yes, I'm going to keep you posted on that. I'm working on in case anyone's interested, we're working on some appearances for Psychic Joanne Leo at the Sarasota Center of Light. I'd like her to do, what did we talk about? Workshops, but I'd like to have a day of readings there, which I think will be very successful. So please check out, I am your host, Carolan Carey, Psychic Medium of Sarasota /SRQ, for those of you jet setters. My website is Carolan, CarolanCarey.com. Anything coming up with Joanne will be there, or on Facebook. Please look me up. I'm sorry we couldn't get to everybody tonight. But, you know, Joanne is in such demand all the time, and she's so generous with her time and her ability. Please check out her website and book a reading with her, because this is absolutely amazing. You will not find anyone like Joanne. This is a very unique reading that speaks to you, answers all your questions. She has a unique style. She's got a couple of different modalities going at the same time, and there is no way you're not going to get an answer. So I love it. I speak to dead people. She refers people to me. People that call me with relationship problems, I refer them to her. So Joanne is like the Rock of Gibraltar for me, and it's been a tremendous help. Joanne, you're very sought after. I really respect what you have to say, and thank you for your generosity. What else is new for you? Anything else coming up?
Well, you know, I'm pretty open as far as some opportunities. They haven't kind of gelled yet, but you'll be the first to know, that's for sure. And you can really sum me up very well, because they do get a lot, and it's very different than just a tarot reading. So I look forward to anybody that really wants to get in depth, because if they get into their name on their birth certificate, they're really going to have their blueprint. And it really is enlightening for each and every person, and it's all different because they're unique.
Yes, and that's what I like about it is it's not like a lot of other things. It's not like tarot. It's a unique reading, which is really specialized. So I really enjoyed it very much, and I refer you to a lot of people. We're just about out of time. Joanne, it's a pleasure, as always, to have you, and you are just remarkable. Just enjoy having you on. Thank you so much for being my special guest today. I really enjoyed having you. And we had so many we had so many callers coming in that hopefully next time they will call back and we will get to them, okay?
That sounds great. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed every minute.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening tonight in the Psychic Flow with Carolan Carey. I enjoyed being here. This has been great to have a live show, and I appreciate all of you. Please tune in next week, Thursdays, 8 to 9 p.m. live show, Eastern Standard Time. I'd love to talk to you. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.